I don't think I did this right. So Jax, it's an app on my phone and it's called Tick Clock, right?
Yeah. Wait, did you say tick clock? It's tick tock.
I mean, yeah, it goes tick tock, but it seems really repetitive.
Mr. White, you're looking at the clock on your phone.
It's an app. You have to go to your app store. You have to download it. It's called TikTok. TikTok. TikTok.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. I was wondering why you guys would just want to look at a clock all day. Okay, well, let's get started.
All right, welcome to Wednesday. I hope you're having a good week so far. I wanted to just kind of check in, make sure that everybody's being able to turn everything in at this point. Hopefully you can. I'm seeing that a lot of us are. Make sure that you are doing all of the assignments and that you are turning them all in. You are getting graded this quarter, just like in all of your other classes. Just because this is an elective doesn't mean that it is optional. I just want to make sure that is clear. It is different from how we did it back in March at the end of last year, where as long as you kind of turned something in, you were going to pass the class. You are actually getting graded on everything that you're turning in right now. So I want to make sure that you're all trying your best and that you're turning everything in. If at this point you are still struggling to be able to turn stuff into Schoology, or you don't know how, or you don't understand how to do something, please come to my office hours. That's the best time when I can help you one-on-one. I am always available through email. I try to answer those as quickly as I can. But if you can come to my office hours from 1:30 to 2:30, there's a Zoom meeting link there, and I can help you answer any questions one-on-one that I can. If I can't answer those questions, I will try to find solutions and I can get back to you as soon as I find them. I hope that's helpful. I hope you're being successful. Keep watching these videos. We're gonna move on. Ready? All right, everybody, you know what time of day it is. It's time for the AWTD, the Ah to Da, the artwork of the day. So we're gonna get started with this guy up here. We're moving along. This guy right here with the glasses, with the white beard. His name was Henri Matisse. Henri Matisse was a French artist, and he was born in 1869, and he lived until 1954. He is responsible for creating a whole art movement at the time that was very revolutionary, and it was called Fauvism. Fauvism roughly translates in French to the wild beast. They called him the wild beast because he made artwork like this. He decided that he didn't care what color things were supposed to be, and he wanted to just paint the colors the way that he wanted to see them. His artwork made a lot of changes. He threw out some of the more traditional methods for shading, for painting, and he tried to do things in new ways. He slapped on thick gobs of paints with palette brushes and with palette knives, and he would change the colors of things because he wasn't interested in painting realistic anymore. That had been done for so long that he wanted to try and mix things up. Interesting thing about Matisse is that he was actually rivals with Picasso over here. Him and Picasso were both making art in France at the same time, and they were kind of like frenemies. They liked each other, they hung out in a lot of the same circles, but they were definitely not friends. The artwork that we're gonna be talking about today is this one right here. This one is called The Lady in the Hat, and it's actually a portrait of his wife. Here's the thing, when he first made this painting, critics hated it. They said it was distasteful. They said, why would you paint your wife in such an ugly manner? They really did not like it, but he didn't care. He went on, he kept making art his own way, and actually went down in the history books as one of the most influential French artists of the 20th century. So don't always listen to the haters, do what you love. That's what Henri Matisse is teaching us today. I hope you learned a little bit about him. We're gonna jump back over and find out what our assignment is for today. Let's go. All right, welcome back to this section over here. We're going to be talking about what your assignment is today. We're going to be continuing working with Google Slides, just like we have the last couple of days. So hopefully you've been able to do that. We're going to cut to the video now where I'm going to show you what it is that you're doing in Google Slides. Ready, set, go.
Everybody, welcome to this part of the video. We're going to be doing basically the same thing that we've done the last couple of days, only we're going to be talking about new elements of art. The elements of art, just a refresher, are line, shape, space, texture, value, color, and form. The elements of art are the building blocks or ingredients of art. Every single work of art contains at least one of these elements, if not more. We're going to be moving on today, and we're going to be talking about a new one. We're going to be talking about forms. The big difference between forms and shapes is that forms are three-dimensional and shapes are two-dimensional. So a form refers to three-dimensional and enclosed volume, which includes height, width, and depth. Examples include like a cube, a sphere, a cone, a cylinder. These are some basic forms that we're going to be talking about. What I'm going to be showing you today is that we have all of these different forms right here, and we're going to be using the gradient tool to make these shapes, which are flat, look more three-dimensional and make them look more like forms. The way that you're going to do that is I'm going to start with the circle over here. We're going to make it look more like a sphere by adding a gradient to it. So I'm going to click on that. So that way I know which one I'm looking at here. And then I'm going to select fill color. So right here you have two options. You have solid and you have gradient. So I'm going to click on gradient over here. And what this does is it gives me different colors, but what it's going to do is it's going to make it look more 3D by including highlights and lowlights and shadows into the form. So I'm going to just choose green down here. And then as you can see, I added my gradient pattern to that. You can do the same thing with other ones. Cylinder is kind of a cool one to do. We'll make this one switch over to gradient. We'll make this one black. And as you can see, it adds those in directly for you. So you can see that there's a highlight right here. You can see that the top up here is shaded differently because it's a flat surface versus the rounded curved surface of the cylinder. And that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be changing the colors of these, adding those gradients in there to make these look more like forms and less like shapes. Once you're done making those forms, you're going to move on to the next one, and we're going to be talking about texture. So texture is the way that something either feels or looks like it would feel if you could actually touch it. So the example that I'm using right here is a cactus. Cactuses, cacti, whatever the plural is, if you were to touch it, would really be kind of spiny, pokey. It's a very visceral texture. So on the next page, I have a cactus right here. And what we're going to do is that we're going to practice adding texture into it. Now there's a couple different ways that you can do that. I'm just going to show you one easy way. And that's that you come over here and you just select the line tool and you start making little spines that come off of the cactus, going in lots of different ways. So you're going to add spines to your cactus, and then what you're going to do is you're going to add another element in here. So you're going to draw something. You can either actually draw it using the line tool, or you can choose like another shape. Let's say I choose, let's just make it simple. We'll make a circle over here, and we'll start to add some texture to that. You can once again either use the line tool, or you should be able to add other things. You could add colors to it. Let's say I wanted to make this kind of hairy, let's say. So I'll make it kind of brown. These are all kind of red, but that's okay. make it a brown circle. And then I can add some hair to it by choosing the scribble tool, and I can go like, whoa. Whoa. Ooh. I'm going to change the color of this to black, increase the line weight a little bit, draw some more scribbles, add some more texture to it. But I think again, the idea, choose something, add texture to it. If you don't know, you can actually select lots of things all at once by simply clicking down, and it'll start to create this box that can highlight lots of things all at once if you want to make changes all at the same time. So let's say I didn't like those and I want to make them red now, and I wanted to make them 4-point to make them a little bit bigger. That looks weird, but it could work if that's what you want to do. So that's what you're going to be doing today. When you're all done, sorry, I gave you a preview for what we're doing tomorrow as well. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about color. But when you're all done with texture and with forms, you're simply going to go back to Schoology and submit it just like you have the last couple of days. I hope that makes sense. If you're lost, please contact me and we can talk about it more. But we're going to go back to the last part of the video. Bye.
All right, I hope that was helpful. I hope these Google Slide assignments are making sense. I hope you're able to turn them in. It seems like a lot of you were able to the last couple of days, so that is good. From this point here, if you have any questions, please contact me through either email or come to my office hours. I hope you're having a good day. Bye.